Alright. Let's pretend that you have never taken off in first gear on a motorcycle, never shifted a gear, never took a left-hand turn or a right-hand turn before. Now, if that is the case, let's start from the very beginning. The first thing that we're going to do is be aware of the clutch. And I want to clarify that while you're practicing, if anything goes wrong at all, keep in mind that pulling in the clutch is going to be helpful because it's going to disengage the motor, and it will keep you from continuing to gain speed or go faster or maintain a speed. It's going to make the engine no longer propel the bike, and it will begin to bring you to a stop even without the brakes. So if you're going to be practicing in the grass, you may not even need brakes to stop. But basically what I'm saying is that if you're ever in an emergency, pull in the clutch. With that being said, let's go ahead and start this first exercise, and it's actually kind of like a little game. What we're going to practice doing is taking off on the motorcycle without stalling it. I want you to get very comfortable with your clutch work. When you're in first gear and you're letting the clutch out, the motorcycle should smoothly take off. One of the most common mistakes that are made in this exercise is people grab too much throttle. In this exercise, in this game, the secret is very little throttle. You really don't need much at all. Again, the purpose of this exercise is to become confident and comfortable letting out your clutch and taking off smoothly. This is the very first exercise. And so I'm going to show you and I'll explain it, and we will practice a bit, and that will conclude the first exercise. And so I'm going to use my left hand and I'm going to pull in the clutch. I'm going to put my left foot on top of the gear shifter and press down. You can feel and hear the motorcycle go into first gear. I'm going to put my right hand on the throttle, and I'm going to give it a little bit of throttle, and I'm going to slowly let out of the clutch, and I'm going to take off. And then I'm going to pull in the clutch and let off of the throttle and come to a complete stop. I didn't even need to apply any brakes. And I want to just continue practicing this part so that I can become confident in taking off on the motorcycle. And so I'm going to just continue to practice taking off, pulling in the clutch, coming to a stop. And I just want to keep practicing until I can do this easily and as often as I want. That is the very first exercise. And so when you are able to pull this off anytime you want, then you will be ready to move on to the next level, stage, game, exercise. And so basically we're just gonna become familiar with that so that you're able to do it and ride slowly in first gear and pull in your clutch and come to a stop and know that you can do it any time you want. And once you're there, and check back in, and we'll go on to the next step.